Do you remember what the Terminator said about Skynet becoming self-aware in Terminator 2 Judgment Day? And when Skynet became self-aware, he said that the humans, they panicked and tried to pull the plug. Well, Terminator Dark Fate is an absolute flop. Absolute flop. The word is now that Skydance is pulling the plug on any Dark Fate sequels. Now, to be honest with you, I really kind of saw this happening as soon as we found out this movie was going to lose a lot of money. I estimated $100 million, but now we're hearing that this movie is going to lose probably 120 to 130 million. First off, this movie should have never been made. After Terminator Genesis was so bad, it should have ended. But of course, you know, Skydance, they own the rights. They always think, just like an old fighter, they have one more in them. Even though Skydance hasn't had a hit whatsoever with the Terminator franchise. They've had Genesis, and now they've had this. They are 0 for 2. It's over. Nothing can save it. Now, the article I saw was on Screen Rant, and they're the ones that actually said that Skydance had no future plans for a Dark Fate sequel. Now, this is the same company now that was planning a trilogy with Genesis, and they scrapped that. They were planning a trilogy with Dark Fate. It looks like that's scrapped now too. Skydance, man, they have two of the worst Terminator movies ever. By far, in my opinion anyway. I know some other people say this movie is better than Rise of the Machines and Salvation. I wholeheartedly disagree with that, especially Salvation. That is a wrap. The movie has only been out since Thursday, and Skydance already is reportedly saying no, it's over. They are panicking. It's like they created Skynet and now they're trying to pull the plug. But unlike Skynet, who actually survived pulling the plug, Terminator franchise now cannot survive this. It is completely over. Over. First off, the main character, the biggest actor in Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's 72 years old. How much longer do you think he wants to portray the T-800 or he can portray the T-800? I don't think anybody really wants to see a T-800 in the 70s that much, unless you really get the CGI down to where it looks absolutely tremendous. But based on the way things looked in Terminator Dark Fate, the CGI visual effects were terrible. That's a wrap. Linda Hamilton didn't want to come back for Rise of the Machines. James Cameron eventually talked her into coming back for this movie. Does she really want to come back for another movie? I guess if people are willing to pay you for something, I guess you'll do it. If I was her, just ask for a huge salary. Don't even think about, asking for anything on the back end, because there will be no back end on any of these movies. This is over. And I really think that Skydance, James Cameron, I think they had to know that this movie was going to lose a lot of money months ago. But I guess they figured they were way too far in. If you go back to that first picture that they released, it was Danny Ramos, it was Grace, and it was Sarah Connor. That photo got so much backlash. Everyone hated that photo. And yet they put it out. The first trailer, I'm Going Hunting. Nobody liked that trailer. So they were 0 for 2. Now, granted, the other trailers, they were better, but they pretty much gave the whole entire movie away. There is nothing new. What can they do now? I don't think there's nothing they can do. Skydance, the best thing you can do is close the book on Terminator, move on to something else. James Cameron has no interest in Terminator. he never did post T2. He said he never wanted to make another Terminator movie. But you know, all these other studios to get the rights to it, they want to push it out. And James Cameron really made this movie from the sidelines. It was his idea to kill off John Connor because he didn't care. I think James Cameron knew that there was no money in Terminator anymore. That's why he was all the way in New Zealand making Avatar movies. Now, regardless of what you think of Avatar, Avatar is going to make him a lot of money. Terminator is going to make him $0. Nothing. There's no more money in Terminator. James Cameron, I believe, knew that years ago. That's why he never wanted to come back for anything. But I guess he just wanted to come back just for a payday. I don't blame the man, but he was clearly not interested in Terminator at all. And now, Terminator is officially dead. Will some other studios come up and pitch Terminator? I don't know. The rights, I believe, are with James Cameron, but I believe he made some kind of agreement with Skydance. I'm not really sure. But if it's with James Cameron, don't make any more movies. Don't make any more movies. Let Terminator go out the way it is. Even though it came in with a bang, but it's going out with a whimper. And that's just the way it is. When you get these greedy studios that are creatively bankrupt, when you get these studios that are into identity politics over story, this is what you get. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Terminator, the book is closed. Apparently Skydance is not going to make any more sequels to Dark Fate. This sounds like a broken record because Terminator Salvation, same way. Terminator Genesis, the same way. And now, Terminator Dark Fate. So guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me. And we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.